Dan, let me just start with your reaction to the jobs report. Is it almost too good to be believable, or do you think there's genuine, and the importance of the unemployment rate? I mean, we're not going to have a recession until that thing really starts to rise, and here it is dropping again.
Exactly. And I think one of the things that's so important is that 3.4% unemployment rate. We've been running below what the Fed considers the non-inflationary rate of unemployment for 15 months consecutively now. That's the longest streak since 1969, when we actually saw inflation become much more entrenched and set the stage for the stagflation that we got into in the 1970s. So this is something of concern for the Fed. That said, this number alone does not push the Fed to raise rates yet again. They're going to take into account the tightening that's in the pipeline in the banking sector, which is still an unknown. And we also saw continued stress, as you've already noted this week, in the banking sector. And I think that's important. There also is a lot of data to come out between now and the next 6 weeks and the next Fed meeting. Right.
So, Steve, same question. Not that you're, our resident banks trader or anything like that, but I'm just trying to run through the line of reasoning here. So if this report today means, OK, at the margin, maybe the Fed's tighter than we thought yesterday, shouldn't that be bad news for all the regional banks? And yet they're rebounding strongly, and so is the whole market.
Yeah, I mean, I like what Dom said, which is that, yeah, they're stable, but they're down so much. Somebody's going to pick and find some value. I actually remember the savings and loan crisis. In the couple years after, the banks were some of the best performers.
Wow.
There was a period of time where they had really lost almost a lot of their value, and they came back, and it was a really good play to play the regional banks at some point. And that point, I think, is when somebody can explain the business model, which is really,
exactly.
I mean, you can blame the shorts all you want, but the only reason the shorts have all this power is because of an absence of longs. And the absence of longs, and I know that's a tautology in and of itself, but the point is that the absence of longs is an absence of being able to say, pound the table, buy this stock. You can say maybe there's some value, but you can't say it's a screaming buy until you understand how much deposits are going to fall. I mean, the whole story, Kelly, is why I have to stick around till 4:15 today and report on the H8, because it's a big story how much deposits are fleeing the system. And I'll tell you, it's a win-win for me getting to do the story, because if there's no change, that's a story, there's stability. If there's positive change, a story. If there's negative change, it doesn't really matter. It's a story either way. So there's a little stability in the banks. That's good. I will say, though, one thing I just want to throw at Diane, if I can. Diane, the direction of jobs is often in the direction of revisions. Revisions were negative. And they don't have my chart because the system's down. I'm going to get mad at somebody. But we do have the chart. You have my chart showing the revisions. Thanks, guys. It was the 3-month average had been, look at that, they're so good back there, had been 334,000. It's now 100,000 less. So you are getting the cooling, not at the pace that you want. And the revisions tell me that maybe it could be cooling faster, and this 253 may be a bit of a head fake. What do you think about that?
Well, and to really emphasize that point, I think it's very important, Steve. The revisions for March was the lowest March since December of 2020, when we actually saw employment contract. So the revisions are finally tipping in the different direction. We had the longest string of upward revisions until about February, and then they moved back down again in the last 2 months. And I think this is really important because it means that we could be at a tipping point where we're now overshooting the initial report on job gains rather than catching up, and we could be seeing much weaker going forward. That said, it's not going to change the unemployment rate no matter how we revise the data, and that's the issue for the Fed. I think, Chairman Powell did express some hope that we could still get a soft landing out there. That is not where much of the Fed is, and certainly not where the Fed staff is, which is still forecasting a mild recession, as he confirmed. And I think it's very hard to derail the underlying inflation without an increase in unemployment, more slack in the overall economy.